All right, we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and others. Welcome back to the Nipaa TV show. I'm your host, Nipaa TV. That's me, and we're gonna castmate some more StarCraft Brood War. You know how this works. We take 5 games, one of each matchup on StarCraft Brood War, and we just commentate on it. See what we find. A lot of these are A tier and S tier games today. We kind of experimented with the last episode by doing grades from all around the world, as well as all across the spectrum of grades. So we spin the wheel, we see which one we land on, and I feel like there's 6. Oh, I only got 5 games. Oh, there's actually 6 matchups. Okay, well, we're only doing 5 today. So, PvP. What does that mean? Oh, we don't have a ZVZ. Well, what a shame we don't have a ZVZ to watch. Oh, well, we're just going to do 5 today. I don't have a 6th game. I'm sorry. But that was a... Wow, I already forgot. I'm so... Nice, dude. I got the freaking memory of... I was going to say a goldfish, but that doesn't last that long. But... yeah, let's do a TVZ. We'll go ahead and do the TVZ. Let's get rid of the Zerg versus Zerg. And we might as well get rid of the Protoss versus Terran versus Zerg, because we're going to jump right into that. So, and you didn't even see the wheel, and I apologize. Sorry. All right, so the first game, we have a TVZ, Neo Dark Origin. We got Barcode versus Realz. Whoa, what happened to that? Where's the... There it is. Okay. Yeah, I was like, what? That's bizarre. Do that. Cool. All right, on the map of Neo Dark, whatever it was called, we on the top left, we have our Realz regard 2295. Here he is. And on the bottom right, we have Barcode as the purple-blue Terran. And this map, yes, this is the map with the 3 bridges. It's also a gorgeous looking map too. I love this shade of blue. This place reminds me of Shakuras. I wonder if it actually takes place on Shakuras as well. That's right. It's the map with the, I think that's Tassadar in a stasis pod or whatever. Stasis cell rather. So yeah, this map, 3 bridges here. And we got a long flanking route that can only be breached with this mineral patch, so we probably won't see that until extremely late game when both players are trying to grab both of these expansions, these outlier bases. So most likely we have the route of natural, obviously first. This one is most likely going to be the 3rd. Now the 4th is where it gets kind of interesting, because so we'll speak just for Zerg. Zerg could go up here, where there's a nice ramp here, and a nice ramp here, but I don't think they could go through here. So yeah, there's like one way in, one way out for this one. So this base would be perfect for Terran to defend, because they could just siege up and just chill on the top here. So this 3rd base is actually quite easy to secure. Now this one here, it's actually about the same, because there's no pathways that go through here, only an airspace. I think, okay, there's a ramp that could go here, so Terran could defend this base. Terran might also have to defend this base, but obviously he's probably just going to hold these bridges here with like siege tanks and wall offs and stuff. So bases are all relatively easy to secure, it seems, in terms of holding them for, you know, Terran. Zerg gets a little bit tricky because of the one way in, one way out. So this map actually just might not be in Zerg's favor that much, because of just the constricted spaces and the lack of open area. This is probably where Zerg's going to thrive the most, it seems, just based on that theoretical aspect of Zerg loving open spaces and flanking routes, right? We have some Zerglings already on the field. We have some SCVs that are... one SCV that is scouting. Zerg looks like they went... I think they didn't go hatch first. They played it pretty safe this game. Looks like they went spawning pool extractor into hatchery. Terran is probably going for a command center relatively shortly. So we got that Marine out and about. No wall off really here on this this choke point. And it's probably because there are a lot of Zerglings that are coming to meet Terran at their front door. There is no wall off. We do have some SCVs being pulled to probably hold position on the ramp. Zerglings are moving in. We'll see how much damage they could do. SCVs are repairing each other smartly, not breaking the wall that much. The Zergling attack managing to kill, looks like one SCV, one Marine. Nothing much else. Did cost minerals or gas to repair each other on the SCVs, but the Zerg attack, not incredibly effective, it seems. Maybe it was there just to apply some pressure, just to tickle their opponent just a little bit. But other than that, no substantial damage. Both players still in this game, very much so. We have Zerg rushing for a lair, it looks like. I believe to go Mutalist, that would make sense. So Terran will, it seems with these games, Terran usually perfectly times getting missile turrets and an engineering bay, which opens up the door to upgrades. And we'll see what Terran ends up doing. I believe they are going to go bio. I think this is the only matchup that Terran does bio. It seems like Mech is substantially strong in Brood War just because of its mobility and effectiveness and ability to gain a substantial amount of map control, especially versus, you know, Protoss and Terran as Terran. Zerg not so much, because Zerg seems like they're incredibly fast and mobile, and Mech, you know, has the ability to stretch itself, but mobility, I think I may have been backing up on myself here, but mobility seems like it would be a hindrance when it comes to Mech, unless Terran's micro is incredibly well put. I feel like Terran would definitely have to position correctly and play around where they think their opponent is going to go. Zerg not opting. I think actually Zerg is going to go for a third base. So as stated many times before, StarCraft 1 is definitely a game where you are rewarded for getting more bases over full saturation in those bases. So 5 bases with less saturation than, like, say, StarCraft 2. It's just as effective as StarCraft 2 with 3 bases of full saturation. Because I guess something to do with the diminished returns of minerals and gas going into your economy as any of these races is apparent in the game engine itself. We do have a Vulture. I don't know if these have spider mines. Let's take a look. No research being done. Actually, a Wraith being researched, which is interesting. I don't typically see Wraiths that much, that often. Definitely will focus these Overlords down. And actually, I didn't even notice this. Zerg's actually going for a ninja base down here. I love this play because this gives Zerg the ability to mine these minerals via long distance and then sneak by some Zerglings. Terran's not going to expect this, really. I don't think anything could go through here, by the way, ground-wise. I think the only route for Zerglings would be down here through up the ramp. But Terran isn't expecting this. I don't know, maybe this Wraith will eventually scout it out. I do like this play a lot. It's really sick. There's more mutas on the field. They are coming out. I think missile turrets are going to be constructed relatively soon. We have an academy as well. I think that academy seems like it's a little late. Is there any way to get rid of? I could get rid of the unit panel. Very cool. So we could have more space to see. That's pretty cool. All right, we got some Overlords being focused. I think this Wraith has 1 kill. What's the hotkey? Alt U or W? Oh, okay. Wait, is it W? Oh, W, okay. W, that's sick. So this Wraith is getting focused down. He got 1 kill. I believe it was 1 Overlord that was down here. I don't think... Wow, this is so much nicer. I'm sorry. This is so much nicer to just have more to look at with that W. Like, this obstructs more of the screen than I thought it would. So it makes a massive difference getting rid of that. So we're definitely going to use that in the future. I think I've seen people that commentate this game, like in esports for Brood War, remove that. So there you go. That's pretty sick. All right. Anyways, we got, what is it, 3 barracks here. I think we got some starports. It's building Valkyries. That is something I see more often. But hold on, we do have an engagement here. Metal is going into the natural base, but there are 2 missile turrets, 3 missile turrets to meet those Meatless. And we have that Valkyrie as well, which is fantastic versus that cluster of bats. So there you go. Lots of movement as well. We got drones being transferred over to this Ninja 3rd base and a 4th base, technically, for Zerg being constructed, or, sorry, morphed right now. Terran, in typical fashion, doesn't expand as rapidly as Zerg. They tend to turtle, it seems, in the meta. Meatless are moving in. Let's see how much damage these missile turrets are going to do. We got Valkyries and missile turrets shredding these. Poor Meatless. This one, 64 HP, half health gone. And I don't think... Okay, this mineral field isn't being mined right now. Maybe that is intentional. We'll certainly see. It really does provide a unique dynamic to this game because of this mineral patch and flanking route. And lets players such as the Zerg do stuff like this, which is really cool to see. I feel like these dynamics aren't seen in StarCraft 2 as often. It just seems more... StarCraft 2 just seems simple. This game, you just has a lot more variety and complexity. Seems like you could do more. Of course, it is much more difficult. I think everyone can agree with that. And these Mutos are getting absolutely demolished. I think, yeah, all of them, most of them get destroyed. These two are really low HP, like 21 HP. And we actually do have a move out for Terran. We got Marines and Medics. Not a substantial force, but definitely more than the Zerg in terms of ground forces, because I don't see any ground forces. We do have a Hydrogen and Lurker research being evolved. So this would be an excellent opportunity to push. The Mutos are down. There's no ground units. There's only sunken colonies to defend and a couple of Hydralisks. They'll probably be morphed into Lurkers relatively soon. So that'll be interesting. That will certainly be interesting. All right, the 3rd base for Zerg getting focused down. Impact being plopped down. This hatchery is going to die momentarily, no doubt. Uncontested. We also have some Scourge on the map to deal with the... I think we just have 1 Valkyrie. I thought we had more. We have some siege tanks on the front, too. Okay, Scourge are going in. Let's see if they do connect. I will certainly see. Those Marines are pretty scary, though. It's definitely going to come down to the right angle when it comes to these Scourge. Zerg is still holding on. Kind of an awkward position. Reinforcements are... split. It looks like Zerg predicted Terran to attack this Ninja base, but I don't think Terran even knows about it. He's about to now because he's going to see the direction of these Lurkers. Why would Lurkers come from the southwest randomly? One does die for free, essentially. Zerg just moving past them. I'm not sure what they're going to do. Okay, he is going to move them out. Stim research going down. We do have Comsat. 1 Lurker does go down before getting anything, and only 1 spike. 3 Lurkers die for free there. That is not good for Zerg. Zerg just simply was not paying attention there. That is unfortunate. We have a few drones kind of moving to the right side of the map. We have a huge move out. Okay, this is a Terran force to be reckoned with for sure. They are moving out. These poor drones are about to get massacred. They do get out in time. We're definitely going to see a classic siege push. Siege tanks, hard counter to sunken colonies due to the range. Obviously. So we're going to see a classic push here. We'll see how Zerg reacts. We do have Lurkers still being morphed on the bottom left of the map. Sunken Colony actually in range of 1 of the siege tank. If Terran's not careful, he's going to lose the siege tank, and he does. That's not good. Medics trying to repair or trying to heal these Marines, and 1 siege tank. That wasn't good. I mean, there are still 2 siege tanks in this little death ball, but certainly didn't have to be so. See what Zerg ends up doing. Are getting some Carapace upgrades, and we actually have a hive being morphed right now. Science vessel is a detector, that's right. Sees these Lurkers trying to cut off reinforcements. Actually, quite a big brain move from Zerg to do, but Terran is on to that. And we still have Lurkers from the southwest of the map. I'm not sure what's going on, but that's pretty cool, actually. Reinforcements are going to get cut off. That's probably Zerg's best bet in this containment scenario that we're seeing right now. We have a slow siege tank push moving out right now. Only 2 lurkers to defend the main base. We also have Irradiate being researched as well. And those lurkers actually did get killed over there. Science vessel being used as a spotter. Some just lurkers to defend simply. It's definitely gonna... Zerg is definitely gonna... being very patient right now. I kind of dig this. We have a Defiler mound too, so those black clouds will be really... Not black clouds. What is it? Dark cloud? Dark cloud, yeah. Excuse me. Sounded a little sussy when I said black cloud. Deli cloud. Deli cloud. What? Dark cloud. What do I do? Okay, anyways. Okay, we have whatever that ability is. Marines moving in, killing this natural expansion. Zerg's not looking too good right now. We might actually see a GG pretty soon. These lurkers are in a pretty solid position. Oh, I see. This Marine's like invulnerable, isn't he? Wow. So much armor. What ability is that? That'd be cool. I forgot to get rid of this. I'm sorry. I'm so used to seeing like the HP Marines or Zerglings moving in for free. I think actually, oh wow, that science vessel actually just got focused down by Scourge. I know that was a little bit of a delayed reaction, but you don't mind. Anyways, that was presumptuous and rude of me. I apologize. More lurkers being put down. Really nice position. Incredible conclave. This Terran force is going to get cleaned up most likely. These siege tanks do see the lurkers. Okay, not quite cleaned up. I lied. I'm sorry. We do have Defilers in the mix. We do have enough for Dark Cloud. We have a Consume upgrade being evolved as well. Do we see any Zerglings being morphed? Do we see any reinforcements from this ninja base down here? He does have lurkers. Does have Nidus Canal. Terran not wasting time at all. Moving in. Not moving in too much. Probably expecting his opponent to GG at any moment. Long line of Marines going in. Hut 2, 3, 4. And we're probably going to see a GG relatively shortly here. Solid game from Terran. Just ended up macroing harder than his opponent. And just pushed. Pretty cookie cutter. Simple. Zerg's still in this, by the way. Radiate is used on one of the Defilers. I don't think it's going to kill it, though. Just kidding, it does. That lasts longer than I thought. Dark Cloud protecting those lurkers as much as possible. That lurker has 8 HP. Dark Cloud doing pretty good things, man. But Terran's just going to simply go around. That's how that works. Another Defiler getting irradiated. And Zerg still has this base. Terran has some Marines chilling, having a smoke break on the northeast of the map. See what ends up happening. There's nothing really much to talk about anymore. This is just simply GG, honestly. Yeah. I mean, the Dark Cloud is helping a lot, and Zerg is technically holding, but there's... like, look at the reinforcements. I mean, that's so much on just, well, 3 bases now. It was 2 bases for a while, but even adding fire bats in the mix. More Dark Clouds. I mean, still protecting Terran. I mean, Dark Cloud is an extremely good spell. Probably the best spell in the game, honestly, if we're being honest. And Lurkers is still holding. Terran's still, or Zerg is still in this, but Terran just has a bunch of reinforcements and is going to move in. We have some Consets, we have some Hydralisks. I don't think there's any energy for Dark Clouds anymore. This looks like the Alamo right now. Zerg is holding. And there's the GG from Rely. Good first game. Let's move into the next one and see what game we end up having. Looks like we got PvP. So, for PvP, we got Neo Dark Deck Origin, Barcode versus Holy Moly. So let's get into it. All right. top left of the map, we got Barcode as the blue Protoss, and on the bottom right we have, whoa, hold on. We have Holy Moly. You remember that meme? The Holy Moly meme? Oh, classic. Holy moly. It's like after he sees like an anime girl do something lewd do. Relatable. My grandpa does the same thing. Anyways. So yeah. It'll be an interesting dynamic for Protoss versus Protoss on this map. Typically the games we do see are quite Dragoon heavy, Reavers, so we'll probably see some Reaver drops. That would be fun to see. Even Psystorm drops, which doesn't really work versus Protoss in terms of the shields. But I mean, it's still possible. I don't know. In my experience, Psystorm doesn't really work in PvP that much, but could in Brood War. I could also be wrong. I'm no expert, never claimed to be. So there you go. And this map, I mean, that'd be cool if we saw a ninja expansion. Maybe even like a ninja expansion with some gateways and then just a giant assault. I want to see this flank maneuver. That's why this mineral patch is here, man. It was made to be broken, which would be fun to see, right? Right. So, yeah, lots of Dragoons, lots of Reavers. We have a lot of airspace too. I've never seen Protoss PvP go air. Maybe in the late game, probably carriers, right? That would make sense. That would make sense. We actually see a wall off here from Barcode, and I think I actually got the positions wrong. Holy moly's top left, right? And Barcode's bottom right. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. A little bit of a probe engagement right here. And we actually see two gateways initially, so we are going to see some Zealot aggression most likely. Based on the minerals, there's the first Zealot coming out. Same with that one. Gas is complete too, so it doesn't look like Barcode's going to commit to this. Just going to add some pressure. We have some pylons being put down. Do we see a forge? Do we see a forge? We see a pylon. Oh, I am so sorry. This is a proxy gateway from Holy Moly. Zealots are being produced here. And, okay, it's going to be one Zealot versus one Zealot. So it's going to come down to micro. Advantage is going to go to Barcode due to the probes that would do additional damage. But the advantage for Holy Moly is obviously the proximity being closer. He's going in for some damage. No attacks so far. There is one probe to join the Zealot to try and even the tide of a dune here. One pylon goes down, another pylon goes down. Looks like this is just to simply distract their opponent. Also to equally distribute some aggro, it seems. Here comes another Zealot. We got 2 versus 2 Zealots. Some attacks being done. Looks like Barcode is getting the first hit off. And Holy Moly's ignoring fighting the Zealots, going straight for the probes to try to weaken their opponent's economy. Both players pretty even. The Zealot's extremely low, 20 HP. This probe is here to defend their Zealot overlord here. There we go. Looks like my camera did get disconnected, unfortunately. But that is okay. I can fix that. So it probably looks like I'm having a stroke right now, and I'm sorry. But I'll fix that momentarily. It's an easy fix. Back to the game. We have some... Oh, hi, kitty. It was you, wasn't it? You disconnected my camera. Okay. Anyways. Might as well do the temporary one while we wait. Back to the game. We have a lot of damage being dealt to the probe line, but it looks like the Zealot count is simply too high for Barcode right now. Holy moly. Hanging on by a thread. Wouldn't be surprised if they start getting some cybernetics. They are getting gas right now for the first time, mind you. Barcode has had gas, and we have a cybernetics core coming out. Once a Dragoon comes out, that will make defending this attack even more easier. Again, 2 zealots versus 1 zealot. Right now, simple dance. Actually, 2 other zealots diverting to take out the pylon of the proxy of Holy Moly. Therefore, essentially ending this attack almost completely. Also supply blocking them in the process. Cybernetics Core is almost done too. We will most likely see a Dragoon come out immediately. Holy Moly simply going for the probes. Bypassing the zealots. He knows he cannot fight them head on. So going for a little bit of a war of attrition. Not sure how many units were killed, but definitely a smart decision not to engage the zealots head on. And we still have 3 zealots from Holy Moly. Looks like they're going to attack. We do have a Cybernetics Core. I thought they were going to go full 4-gate and zealots. That would have been funny to watch. Barcode is definitely in favor right now. They are higher in tech. See what they end up going. Actually going for Citadel of a Doom. We may, most likely, see some Dark Templar. Put my money on it. And once Dark Templar happens, Holy Moly will simply not have detection. And they will say, Holy Moly. They will be true to their name. Singularity charge is being researched as well, to note. Nice hold position on the ramp from Holy Moly as well. And yeah. Let's see here. Got a couple Dragoons being produced. And there it is, Templar Archives. Dark Templar are coming. Will Holy Moly have detection in time? Will he have, detection at all? I don't think so. This is going to come as a surprise. I do think this is a little bit of a gamble from Barcode, because if these Dark Templars do not do as much damage, or they don't do damage and they simply die, the ground force for Barcode seems like theoretically is going to be smaller than Holy Moly based on the gateways coming out and the Dragoon count, because you're pulling your resources for those Dark Templars, so you won't have resources for ground units. First Dark Templar is being produced. We actually do have a Forge being warped in as well, and a Nexus as well. Barcode is going straight for a little bit of an economy gain in PvP. Little heavier on the Zealots too. Holy Moly actually has more Dragoons, despite Barcode having the tech first. One Zealot getting caught out. Actually completely not dying yet. Gonna go straight for the main base to see what's what. That Dark Templar is about to pop out. We'll see how much damage it does. We'll see if Holy Moly will be able to detect it without detection, as in notice it with their eyes. Holy Moly is pushing too with this substantial force. The Dragoons are too high. Dark Templar is moving out. Oh, does reveal itself. This is gonna immediately. Yeah, we do have a Forge halfway done. Holy Moly may not have detection in time. This Dark Templar actually not being used to harass, being used to destroy the ground forces of Holy Moly. I do like this decision too, because look, as predicted, the ground units simply not that strong for Barcode. Though these cannons, as well as the Dark Templar, are going to clean up this force. Holy Moly ends up leaving. That is actually surprising. Holy Moly had a Forge coming out. Would have popped out some cannons, I think, at time. He knew that the Dark... I mean, you'd think he would have known that the Dark Templar were being used in the ground forces as opposed to going to the main base. I think Holy Moly should have stayed. Maybe not used to a game more than 5 minutes based on the, that 2-gate at the beginning. Or 1-gate, rather. But I digress. I'm not bitter at all about cheese. Cheesing. But, yeah, let's go into the next game, right? And then we'll fix my camera here, so I don't look like a stroke. Look like I'm stroking. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Anyways. I hope PvP isn't picked again, because I accidentally forgot to delete it. TVT. I feel like we just did this one. No, that was the first one I downloaded. That's right. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's pause right quick. Do that. do that, and I'll be right back in a second. I'm still nearby. I'm just gonna unplug and plug my camera back in because it's so delicate, you know. So delicate. All right. There we go. Should see it relatively shortly. I'm just gonna play the. I don't know. I should have probably just played the game, but it's a new camera. There I am. I'm back. Yeah, miss me. Anyways, map is Fighting Spirit, the classic. Everybody knows Fighting Spirit if you play Brood War or have played StarCraft 2 even. It is an infamous map. One of the most infamous maps in StarCraft history. Bottom right, we have green barcode as the Terran. Top left, we have red as Guta as the red Terran, right? So that's fun stuff. So Terran versus Terran. We know the deal. Comsats, siege tanks, crying, nerds crying, dogs crying, you know, cats crying. Everybody's crying. Because TVT sucks. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I never played Terran. Only played Protoss. Never experimented with the other races. Who has time for that? Not me. Nope. I'm just a Protoss thick and thin, you know what I'm saying? All right, anyways, I'm sorry. It's just not even funny. So, we got supply depots again. Yeah, no wall offs. I like the supply depot placement here for Guta Thunberg. And then, yeah, obviously we have that natural expansion here. Be cool if you could go inside this doodad here. What does that look like on the old graphics? Oh, yeah, it's like a little tunnel, too. This one, too. It's a tunnel that goes into... I wonder where it goes into. Maybe a secret research facility? Or does it just go to the other side here? And it's just a little U. That would be funny. Like, what a waste. Because someone could just go around. You don't have to have a giant hole. It's got to be a research facility under there. Or it's a giant party that I wasn't invited to again. So there you go. I think this is a barracks. That's right. Probably not going to see expansions that much. May see some marine pushes. It seems like marine pushes are common-ish in TVT, right? I don't know. But interestingly enough, both Terrans are going early gas. I'm probably going to get tech into... Oh, yeah, you know, mech, probably, right? Because bio's only in ZVZ. That makes sense, yeah. It's too early to tell. So basically, I think the best thing to do is just analyze the map more. Seeing another third base that has 2 ramps. And if Terran is able to get a wall off here, get some siege tanks here, this third base is pretty easy to defend. It gets a little dicey after the 4th, especially on this map. You have to travel a substantially long way to go to your 4th. Like, look where the cursor is. Here's the bridge. Go here. You could also go here. But if you're out of position, this seems pretty exposed. Same with this one. I would even venture to say this one's exposed, but not as bad as the other ones. Definitely getting a wall off here. Eventually getting a wall off here so that you could secure these 3 bases. And then the middle one is just... I've never really seen the middle base be taken before. It seems like a Giga Chad move to take that middle base, I think. We got Marines, though. 2 Marines. Where else? We got 1 Marine here. I think we have Vulture coming out, actually. So yep, mech. Yep, there's the barracks. I would not be surprised if our barcode buddy does the same relatively shortly. Just gonna use those barracks to scout and also supply vision for siege tanks as well. Kind of like what we saw on that science vessel and that TVZ. And both players going Vulture. See if we have some spider mines come out. We will certainly see. I don't think Barcode knows where his opponent is quite yet. Could be wrong. They will know shortly. Barracks is moving out. We'll eventually see the high five because Barcode has their barracks too. This SCV gets immediately focused down by the Vulture and 2 Marines. Actually, I have a factory machine shop, so we'll get some siege tanks relatively shortly. That'll be cool. Yeah. Command center is almost done for both players, so they are going to expand here, but they will probably stay on that 2 base spiel for a while. Oh man, I'm running out of gas. I'm sorry. Drink some water. All right. Yep, got some vultures. And I got a text, huh? Yes. It's from David, baby, my buddy. My buddy David. I'll reply to him after this Castation episode. All right, barracks is good. Focus down. I think we do have some vultures on the map. They are moving out nice and steady, bro. Both players getting ion thrusters for faster vulture movement. An upgrade I don't normally see that much. I could be wrong about that, though, actually. It just seems like they go spider mines over ion thrusters. They probably get both, I imagine. But we'll certainly see. I think both players have an equal amount. No, I take that back. Guta has more vultures by 1, but we'll definitely see. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We have a huge factory count from Barcode. I think both players. Yep, both players. So it looks like, yeah, 3 factories seem to be the strat. Both players being hesitant, not really attacking each other, just really living up to the Terran mantra of just sitting in base and chilling, smoking some cigars and sipping some tea, as you do. Honestly, it's more like smoking a pipe and having some tea, right? Because the cigar and drinking tea doesn't seem to be a a combo you would expect. Marine focus down this barracks. Not gonna stand a chance. Hey, we're chilling. Oh my gosh. All right, barracks getting focused down by 2 Marines. Do we see we see some spider mines? Okay, so ion thrusters into spider mines. Gotcha. That makes sense. Huge saturation in the natural base of Guta. We have our first siege thing on the field. I think siege research is already researched, or it's gonna be researched, I'm sure. Researched. We're on the seashore, you know what I'm saying? We got some Goliaths too, bro. Nice. Substantial vulture count. Not really being used, though. Just seems like both players are eventually going to attack each other with giant balls of death. I wonder what they'll end up researching. We have the supply depot. How fascinating. Okay. We have an academy. What research do you get? Okay, we actually do have a move out. Gotcha. It looks like Barcode did move in with some vultures to try to take out some SVs. It looks like they did connect with some, but this force did get cleaned up. I think that was half of Barcode's force, and Guta not wasting any time at all going for the counter. See how much damage they end up doing. Siege tanks, they don't have siege mode, I believe. I could be wrong about that. We have some spider mines being used to contain the opponent. A little bit of a misrally from Guta. Yeah, no siege research. Okay, it is coming down now. I think Barcode just started getting that. But these siege tanks could still do quite a bit of damage, but Guta's not really going to push. They're going to go for, it looks like, a little bit of a flank, but Barcode is onto that, notices the flank, has some vultures to meet as well. You could definitely tell that both players are micromanaging and focus firing. But Barcode doesn't really have enough forces to stop that. And Guta has a nice sandwich kind of position here. Nice containment. We got spider mines. Column set did go down. It's going to clear up these spider mines. Siege tank upgrade is done. Guta places one siege tank down. We have some more siege tanks out of siege mode. They do more DPS when they're in tank mode. Actually end up clearing up Guta's little siege there. Both players going back and forth. Siege tanks are plopped down. Let's see how much damage they can do. Lots of nice hits, nice connections on the vultures. We actually have a bunch of spider mines from Barcode up here on the north side of the map to deny that expansion of Guta. Now both players are chilling again. Lots of World War I action. Lots of spider mines right in no man's land here. We'll certainly see what ends up happening. We have some barracks going down as well as another command center. So we are going to see a third from Barcode relatively shortly. We'll see if Guta ends up doing the same. Lots of move outs too. Siege tank did manage, or sorry, SCV managed to make it through for Guta to try to expand here, but these spider mines are simply blocking some areas. And as stated before in StarCraft 1, the building placement is far more important for sure. Oh, the margin for error is far more important. Oh my god, I'm about to fall asleep. Wow. Okay. I'm tired. Definitely gonna lay down after this. Okay, Spider-Man's doing some connections here. Siege tanks out of siege mode. They are being plopped down. Let's see how much damage they could do. Splash is real. The range is crazy. No vision on Guta there. Siege tank smartly being placed to the left and able to see. Oh my gosh, this tank. 2 HP that finally does die. Siege tank doesn't end up firing it. It's actually going to force Guta to pull back a little bit. Barcode doing an excellent job of just holding their ground. Meanwhile, Guta is taking that third base. And it looks like Barcode is doing the same, but lifting up instead. Having a little bit of a defensive line here on the left side as well. We have some race in the field too. Probably here to provide some sight. Doesn't look like Guta has that much. Doesn't have any anti-air at this time. We'll just go and follow them and see where they end up going. Sees the force down below, focusing the SCV on the barracks. We'll see how much damage that Barcode could do at these. It's quite substantial. I think we just have one more game. After this, we have oh, we have a couple. We have Protoss versus Terran and Zerg versus Zerg. That's right. Siege tanks are getting focused down by Barcode. End up killing a siege tank. Surprisingly doing a bunch of damage to these siege tanks. Is there bonus damage to armor? No, it's just simply the fact that there are 3 race. Probably really good versus single target units. Just because of the slow attack speed. And the focus fire on which they do. Siege tanks are going to focus down, and Guta doesn't really have a response for this. So there you have it. That siege tank is still on the top of the map. Try to take care of these forces. Ended up focusing everything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get off after this. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm just really tired. I'm gonna fall asleep after this. Sorry. Take a little nap. That's okay. We'll definitely. It wasn't even a full series, anyways. So we'll finish up this game. How much do we get? We don't have that much. Okay, that's cool. Guta is moving out. Some spider mines on the ground. They're being taken care of as well. Again, the positioning from Guta is pretty strong with these spider mines. But Barcode is just not falling for the bait, it seems. So Guta not looking like they're in a great position. Still spider mines on the ground. I'm surprised these don't focus down workers. I guess they only focus, I guess, units that actually touch the ground. I couldn't tell you. Be interesting. Guta isn't out of this yet. Barcode is pushing pretty heavily, though. Nice position. Most of the map is just covered by spider mines that aren't being procced. That's a kitty. Hi, kitty. And yeah, some more units moving out. Barracks floating in the sky. Oh, very cool stuff. There's some getting focused down. Oh, it's a siege tank. Getting focused down by vultures and siege tanks. This right side is going to get cleared up. See what ends up happening. GG is coming pretty soon. I wonder who's going to win. I feel like it's going to be Barcode. Just simply due to the positioning and just unit count. Comp site over there. And there's the GG from Guta. Ends up taking that game just due to macro and out positioning from Barcode. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. I gotta lay down. Thank you for watching, everybody, and